Wednesday means Draft Club. I'm your host, The Ida, alongside my best gal pal, Swords and Statutes. You can find all of our details on our personal streams below, but you are watching us on YouTube. You could have watched this live on twitch.tv/TeamCatGamers, but you chose not to. Zach, how are you doing today?
I'm great. I am so excited about this week's Draft Club and the top level premier streamer draft event that happens weekly every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
You're being very articulate. Yes. So, like Zach said, we are the premier streamer only draft event on Twitch. We meet we meet every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern time, and have skilled based
Wait, what time?
matches. 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Oh, 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Yes, and we have skilled-based pods. Can you tell us a little bit more about the skilled-based pods and who can play?
Yeah, so that's the thing about Draft Club. Uh, it is something where we want to celebrate and encourage all levels of streamers and Magic players to get involved. Way we pair up our pods is, as Nathaniel said, based on skill. So if you've been playing for years and years, you're going to be based with people who have been doing that as well. However, if you're a newer streamer or if you're new to Magic, we're going to put you in the lower pod with folks who are in a similar situation. They may be new to streaming. They may be new to Magic. So you're going to be on a similar footing and sort of play through that pod until you're able to bump up to the top pod, which has folks who've been playing for years and are sort of at the upper echelons of this streamer-only event.
Yeah, and even though we say streamer only, you could have one person watching you, your grandma in Minnesota, or you can have a million people watching you, and which in the case you're not playing Magic.
Yeah,
But
that's very true.
you could have tens of hundreds of people watching you, and we'll still say you're great.
Yeah, you're special, and get in here because it's a free event that starts on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
And just by playing top 4 of each pod win gems. And
Wow.
you'll see, most importantly, if you're trying to get your name out there and you get first or second, aka you're in the finals, we'll show you playing in this video because we have excellent games this week. It is Newcomer Joe versus Haunter_X in the lower pods. And upper pods, we have the return to form, return to draft club, return to excellence
Mm.
to Jordan
Oh,
versus a wonderful community member who helped fill in when somebody got sick.
oh man. And yeah, you'll see all of their Twitch links down below. But yeah, let's go check out this lower pod final. Wrong name.
All right, here we are. Lower pod. Joe versus the hero protagonist. We may have got things wrong earlier, and we semi-apologize.
Yeah, we apologize to Haunter for confusing them with a loser.
Whoa, 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 no! Don't say that! Take that back!
I'm sorry, Hero
Listen.
Protog. You got to the top finals.
Yes, this is...
Or the bottom finals, whatever.
if you like silliness, you should watch us on Saturdays, Curiosity, but as I will remind my co-caster that this is Draft Club and Wednesdays mean Draft Club.
Yeah, Wednesdays mean Draft Club, which means we're all about the seriousness. But I really like what Joe ABL has going here. They have a pretty strong hand with braids. I'm not sure when they're gonna be able to run that out. It's the sort of symmetrical sacrifice nature of that can be kind of rough.
Well, it's a May action.
That's true. It is.
And I think you can play it in 2 turns. So you want to make sure you have 5.
Yep.
But yeah, this is not looking too hot for Joe though. I mean, maybe we'll be stabilizing once we get braids down, but
Well, I mean, in last turn we did see the sabotage fired off, and Hero Protog uh, cast the trick that they had in hand. So,
hmm,
I mean, things could be worse. That could have been used to, I guess, push through damage here. Um, and honestly, looking that was a good block there with the Warhorse against the Argivian cavalry.
okay, easy land destruction. Um, I'm gonna guess that the hero Protog will just be fine sacrificing a land each turn.
Yeah, I mean most draft decks are gonna want to, curve out at around four or five mana creatures. So yeah, Joe has the distinct advantage there in that they're sort of, what, 6 lands. You can sort of just start getting rid of lands at will here.
Yeah, I mean, actually, this is like if you're hero, you see touching the lands because
Mm-hmm.
they're running looks like 5 color, maybe at least 4 colors, and yeah,
Yep.
it's hard to sacrifice land in that point. So, um,
We do see here Love Song of the Day and Night giving the plus and counters to both of the flyers, but Joe fires off the Extinguish on the Pegasus. I can't remember the name, but good call there, waiting until the saga went off.
oh yeah, and looks like hero's got something and has a lot of time to think about it, or maybe they're just answering their doorbell. We won't know because we don't have a view from that angle.
At this point, I mean, Joe has made a pretty good comeback here, but with Hero Protog having the flyer, that puts them at maybe a slight advantage, being able to just pump in damage each turn. Um,
Yeah, I
they
mean,
could maybe win a race.
I can see that now. I think that I think a little bit of a hard thing to think about though is, excuse me, this braids. If Joe doesn't have anything that they really want to be playing for 4 mana, or sorry, 5 mana or more, they can just keep discarding lands or
Yep.
sacrificing lands. You know, this Phyrexian missionary isn't going to do much. I don't think there's
Is there anything
there's
in the yard
yeah,
already?
there's the whatchamacallit. Trying to think of what it's called.
Maybe Joe will
The
hover
five
over there.
the pump spell.
Oh, the horse.
The horse. Yeah, sorry. Looks like
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
might be talking to Hero right now and trying to figure out, hey, what do you
Yeah.
want to
Hey,
do
are
about it?
you at my door?
Yeah, what are you doing? It does look like Joe is typing intently.
Phyrexian Missionary, though, very strong card. The sort of the graveyard shenanigans on a white creature.
Mm-hmm.
Really not something we see all the time, but also a creature with lifelink. It's a really good stat line too, a 2/3. Um, so really a creature I've been impressed with in both draft, and it's seeing some play in standard. I think I've seen one or two lists testing it in Explorer, but yeah, really good card. I'm interested to see where it goes. Joe really needs to do something here.
I think now Joe might be just evening out the playing field. When
Oh, getting them down to both having no rope.
yeah,
That's kind.
and we did see in the end we did see some action. Um, you know, the hovering of cards, but this is wild. Hero doesn't want to give Joe any more cards. It says card advantage is all mine. You got Michelle Pfeiffer, and that's not going to do anything when your opponent doesn't have a hand.
Yeah, and with Joe sacrificing a land, they're now unable to kick the Warhorse and not attacking here. Interesting move. And also not sacrificing anything. So
Can't really sacrifice a land. Can't really sacrifice a creature because it's just going to take out the token. I think you should have attacked with the Pilgrim at least. Maybe also the Missionary. Because you're getting 2 in the air.
Yeah, both of those feel like free attacks.
And this,
Oof.
that's actually really good.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Getting rid of Danica Patrick, that's a good one.
Yeah, Danica Patrick, probably one of those, you know, mythic cards, mythic bombs feels, you know.
Yeah. All right, we are seeing a block here. I guess opting to go for the life gain rather than sacking the missionary to the horse to push in for 5 damage. Hero Protog sending in the 2/2 bird though. As we discussed though, I think that's going to be one of the biggest issues here for Joe. And Destroy Evil is not doing much work right now.
Yeah, but when it counts, it counts. I just like it's wild. Hero doesn't want to give Joe any more cards and is willing to go down to just nothing, pretty much. We're just gonna see at some point. Hero's gonna have to let Joe draw.
I think that's probably this turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hero's Heirloom will be great, something great to sacrifice.
I mean, Hero's Heirloom, that fits perfectly onto either Illis Core or Braids. With both of them being legendary, that's going to really add some oomph
to
them.
I'm so sorry. I actually just assumed it was a trash relic because I've never seen it played. So my bad.
Well, let me read it out to you here. So, equipped creature gets +2/+1 as long as it is legendary. It gets trample and haste, and it went on the horse.
I think you're okay with getting it it dying. The horse going to be trading out. Oof. This is pretty good.
That's So that'll kill everything except for the mana worker?
Yeah. Either kill everything but 1 token. Or, sorry, kill... I think leaving the 2 tokens up. Whew.
Hero went down to 3 lands again.
I mean... This Destroy Evil isn't going to be able to destroy anything if Hero doesn't have any lands.
Yeah.
Okay, Geyser, getting you a card. She's just going to get played again, but you gain 2 life. You kind of equaled out at 8. You're going to do 6, minimum of 2 damage. Getting your opponent down, getting Joe down to 6. You could just swing for the stars and try to take out as much things as possible. But
I think that's the play for Hero here. Because, yeah, Joe could attach... Okay, well, so getting a plains or getting a land here is actually probably the best thing that they could have asked for. Because now we can see that Hero's Heirloom can attach to Braids and we can just swing in.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Hero, it would
I think you sack a token.
you can't.
Oh, that's right. It has to be the land. That's right.
Yep. But you also can't. Okay.
Ow. Is this going to be a concede?
One's
Yeah.
not 0.
Going with everything. So Hero could have Heroic Charge up, but did not.
That would have been wild.
That would have been such a turnaround.
So
Wow, what a deck.
Yeah, this deck is Cruelty of Gex. We saw a lot of creatures, so
Raven Man too. Yeah, a lot of legendaries here. So
yeah.
Hero's Heirloom could be really putting in some work.
I mean, still gotta look at your cards. I don't really think there's much.
Yeah, I think Joe ABL should just keep it as is. I mean, the only thing that we saw that didn't really have targets was Destroy Evil, but I feel like we didn't get to see a lot of
I mean,
Hero's deck.
we saw every card that they played.
That's true. That's true. That's about half of it.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's always good though, because White has so many of those enchantments. Maybe that's why you keep Destroy Evil in, because you want to be able to get your cards back.
Oh, and that's true. We did see Hero play Love Song, which is a saga enchantment. So
yeah,
could be useful for that. And if there's a Citizen's Arrest sneaking around,
a sneaky little Citizen's Arrest.
Have you ever arrested anyone as a citizen?
No, either or.
Yeah.
What about yourself, sir?
Not that I remember.
What do you think about this?
This is a great hand. Pilfer on 2, Raven Man on 3. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, maybe some. Okay, I think this is interesting. Playing the Vine Shaper without kicking it shows a little bit. I think it shows, but I think it shows what might be in Hero's hand, and that is a slower. Wait a second.
Ooh.
Did we draw? No.
Draw another land.
No land. Destroy Evil's is gonna kill Cruelty.
I think you get rid of Love Song. Because that was what caused the issues last game.
Yeah,
Strength of the Coalition's also a potential as well.
Strength of the Coalition is a better card to know about.
Yeah, they kind of play around it, and especially now that Joe ABL has Resolute Reinforcements, that can be used as a trick to the trick.
So, for those watching, can you explain how Raven Man makes these ravens?
Yeah. So, Raven Man's first line of text is, or first clause is, at the beginning of each end step, if a player discarded a card this turn, create a 1/1 black bird creature token with flying, and this creature can't block. So last turn we saw Hero Protog have to discard Love Song because of Pilfer, and so that triggered Raven Man's ability.
Nice. I do like the synergy of Raven Man and Braids.
Yeah. I had not recognized that, but boy, that is a very strong combo, seeing as Raven Man can... So, Raven Man's second ability is 3 and a black and tap. Each opponent discards a card, activate only as a sorcery. So, and we may see that here in a second. So that would force a discard, create a Raven, and then Braids would activate. I don't know how those would trigger, though, what order they would go in. So braids is also at the beginning of your instep, so you should be able to choose.
Yeah. I think arena does, unless you're in full control, does the smartest thing.
Yeah.
In paper, you'd have to say it out loud, or just say, Raven Man writes the bird, and you know.
Yeah.
That's what I miss about playing paper Magic, especially with like the Witch's Oven combo.
Yeah, just be like, I'm gonna do the Witch's Oven, and people know what it means.
We would, at my FNM, we would say cat tricks. We'd say, oh, yeah, I do cat tricks 3 times, and then, oh, okay, cool. This is a very peculiar spot for our homie, because they can't block until they get a creature that is trash enough to force the block,
Well, also the fact that Raven Man's birds can't block makes it a bit difficult as well. We did see come down on Hero's side Shana Purifying Blade. It is Bant colors for a lifelink human warrior 3/3. At the beginning of your instep, you may pay X. If you do, draw X cards. X can't be greater than the amount of life you gained this turn. So if you gained 1 life, you can pay X. If you gain 2 life, you can pay 1 or 2.
And it's how do you activate it?
At the beginning of your instep.
Oh. Interesting. But I think it's gonna die, right? No. This is so hard if you're if you're in the spot. I think this is where you force it, right? You force this combat, not even a trick, because it's not a trick. You're not tricking anyone.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like here, what was this coalition? Does that add trample?
It does. It does
not.
It does not. I don't know. I like that you put a counter on everything.
Yeah, that's what it does. If it's kicked, it's target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it was kicked, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So, man, Joe ABL still comes out on top there, but with this sacrifice, this is just super punishing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you get rid of here? The reinforcements? Because Samite Herbalist is gaining you life and letting you scry each turn.
I mean, I think it's just obvious to get rid of the reinforcements if you want to get rid of something. And I think that's what Hero's thinking about. Do I let my opponent draw a card and take 2? Because, well, it was answered there.
Yep. So interestingly as well, Hero has only drawn 1 more land. Is that correct? Have they not had to sacrifice a land?
I do not believe so. Yeah, I don't believe they've had to sacrifice any lands.
Okay, well, Hero does get the 1/1 flying bird. We'll see if that comes into play.
And Joe looking at the graveyard saying, I thought I got rid of that card. Oh,
yeah.
Hero's got 2. I think, honestly, I think you Raven Man until your opponent doesn't have any cards left. Because while destroy everything, destroy evil, isn't scary, it kills Cruelty of Gix. And
Yeah.
so you can't play that. I don't think they're too worried about the I think they're too worried about the 4 toughness. But that means Phyrexian Warrior can't eat something. What probably won't happen It just
Well,
means that it can't.
I don't know. I think that the Warhorse pump consideration is definitely there, because also the Vanguard that pumps everything as well. So if that ability is used, then Destroy Evil could kill Braids. But right now, Hero's only got 1 mana untapped.
Mm-hmm.
Another option could be for Joe to play out Cruelty and then read ahead to whatever they actually want to do. Like skip chapter 1 and just go straight to search your library for a card and lose 3 life. But I think you're right in that just holding back is probably the best right now.
I mean, holding back's great, but I mean, you got to extinguish the light because you're going to be down to 4 life. This thing is just constantly plummeting you in the face. It is good to note that this 3/2 that's been in Hero's hand the whole game is just not going to see the light of day so far because of
no blues.
No blues. I love this. We're going to see this.
Oh, yeah.
But whoa. That is not what I expected. Hero holding on to hope that they'll get a blue land and, you know, life will be saved.
You know, I don't think that was the worst play. I mean, if they think that they have enough blue sources, which doesn't look like it, that would have drawn in a couple cards. Would have been something that sort of refresh the hand.
Honestly,
does Joe have enough mana to Raven Man and Cruelty?
The math is yes, but I think you attack all. You can't Cruelty if. I think that this is what you have. You have to get some life somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking like so the first chapter of Cruelty is target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a creature or planeswalker card, and they discard it.
Oh, did I not see that coming?
Oh, buddy.
I feel so silly right now. Just,
Wow.
I kind of was discarding a land.
Dang.
And Hero says, that's all. And you know what? We'll see you back in the studio.
Wow. And newcomer Streamer Joe takes the win right there against Haunter X. So wonderful gameplay there, Streamer Joe. We're happy to have you and hope to see you conquering Draft Club again.
I think his name's just Joe, not Streamer Joe.
Oh, okay.
That's like Farmer Joe, Pastor Joe.
What was that guy? Joe the Plumber?
Joe the Plumber.
Yeah.
Joe at the meat deli counter.
Is that an I Love Lucy reference?
Absolutely not.
Oh no, that's a Brady Bunch. Alice liked the butcher.
Was his name Joe the Butcher?
I think it might have been. Tell us in the comments below.
I'll have to rewatch the Brady Bunch on my next binge session. Now, like Zach, aka Swords and Statutes, aka twitch.tv/Swords and Statutes said, tell us in the comments below, but most importantly, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and it means so much to us that we will not cry all night.
Yeah, and if you like this video, if you smack that like button so hard that it can't remember its first name, then we'll be super proud of you.
No. We don't encourage violence here.
That's right.
The only violence that we encourage
high-five.
is high-fiving and turning yourself sideways and declaring attackers.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about declaring attackers, our final pod, top decks by top Freds. No, wait. decks decks by Fred, top pod, um, is Tall Day. Sorry, Todd Jordan. Todd Jordan and Tall Day Jamal. They have the same thing, and it hurts my dyslexia. Yeah, Todd Jordan versus sweet community member filling in for a sick little bird, and that is coming up right now. All right, here we go. We have Todd Jordan versus community member Saving Grace Meztastic.
It was a pretty good hand, and they got mulliganed.
I am unsure exactly what the plan is for Todd Jordan.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, well,
You
yeah, Micromancer can't come in until 4 and got only 3 lands here. No black or red. There's a black.
Now, it's a very interesting thing we see. So this is, like we always say, this is the top pod finals. More importantly, both of these videos are from finals. But that 3-mana 3/3 has 0 synergy with a lot of cards in this set. And even to Jordan was looking at that, saying, "Wait, isn't that card have no synergy with anything in the set?" But it is.
Yeah, Myria is one of those that like I've drafted it, and I'll get to the end of my draft and I'm like, I don't know where this goes. It's just like, what do you do with a card like that?
Yeah, here's a wild thing though. Meztastic has Wooburg. And
Wow. Dang, popping in for 7.
yeah, to Jordan already down to 10 life. That's not what you want to see. Though we will be able to cut down the Sunbather.
And a decent play here to either go Shield Wall Sentinel or Wingmantle Chaplain. Gonna see Sentinel come down.
I think you just want to guarantee what? You can get the 1/1, put it in your hand, then you have 4 birds, or 3 birds, sorry.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just waiting a turn to be able to play anything else.
Meteor, though.
Wow, Meztastic taking a different path here, but an interesting one at that. To Jordan down to 5.
This path is interesting, and it definitely it's got to Jordan down.
So Wingmantle Chaplain, probably the strongest uncommon in definitely this set, maybe in a couple years. It has been the scourge of the Curiosity format, which Team Cat curates every Saturday. It's free to play. We'll have details in the description. But I honestly don't know if that's going to be enough to get to Jordan out of here. They do have Vortex, but I don't know.
No, I like this. You could tap down this homie. But the problem is, to Jordan down Joda?
Can't gain life.
Well, so here's the thing. Can't gain life, but right now, to Jordan can't kill Joda. Or we'll put it to the bottom.
Yeah.
But the thing about Elias #2 is that any creature on Elias's board, or sorry, on Meztastic's board that dies, Jordan loses 1 life. This getting
Yeah, so that's
kicked,
gonna make
yeah.
blocks hard.
Well, the thing is I see 3 life. Okay, now we're gaining some. So, oh, it's so hard.
And you may even want to Tolarian Geyser one of those tokens, just to prevent the potential life loss on to Jordan's side. Didn't block. Interesting.
I think you want to do damage.
Meztastic passing, saying, "Come at me."
And things are kind of turning around. I mean, to Jordan is not safe, but to Jordan, Terrarian Geyser gains you what, 3 life?
3 life, and it draws you a card. To Jordan could also, I think the better play is to do Geyser before Terror, but that may come into play here. I mean, it is castable this turn. Go ahead and get a land down. We may see the drawbridge tap something as well.
Well, we have seen the drawbridge tapping down things. Yeah, I think he just tapped down. Well,
The Najal Stormrunner, not real sure where that plays into Meztastic's game plan here. But that is a 5/4 Ifrit Wizard. You may cast sorcery spells as though they have flash. That's good. Whenever Najal attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it. You may choose new targets.
Tapping it down, is to Jordan see some kind of attack all? Or are we just tapping it down for funsies?
I don't see why we're attacking in with the Knight.
Knight can become a 3/3.
Okay.
Because we have 1 swamp. So it's either Eilish, the Vine Wall, or the 2 tokens. But I think we're going to see the 2 tokens because that's... Okay. That's an interesting jam there.
Not gonna go ahead and pump it, but
oh, I think that's what trying to get the pump on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have the geyser here.
I think you guys are the Ifrit. Or okay, so dropping back Battlefly. I was gonna say drop the Ifrit back or Najal just to make Meztastic spend a ton of mana again.
Yeah. So this Knight of Dusk's Shadow prevents all life gain. And it has prevented a ton of life gain so far.
All right, so Jordan can block their way out of this. There. And going to sacrifice the chaplain, but don't know if that's going to necessarily be all that bad.
I do like this play, though, of making sure you don't kill anything. Okay, so this is... Yeah, this is good. 3. I think if you...
Yeah, went for getting rid of Eyelash Torn with that Flowstone Infusion. That way it will reduce the amount of damage lost. And bam, Tolarian Geyser.
Not wanting to show the Academy wall. And, yeah. Oof. Look at Ted Jordan being extremely excited. Just very pumped up.
Just showing so much emotion
Yeah,
with that
what
bucket hat. Just so pleased.
yeah, and I think we see, um this event kind of shows all the different types of Magic players. You see Joe was very stoic and very very calm, I guess.
Mm.
Where and if you were sitting across from Joe, you'd be like, this guy, he's thinking hard. I gotta think hard, and then now you're thinking
Yeah.
too hard about thinking hard. Whereas I'm sure if you're sitting across from to Jordan, you might be a little bit more relaxed, and um, but we did see to Jordan kind of while they were playing be a lot more still. But obviously that win is a win, and
Yeah.
it's great to
Win's a
win.
win's a win. This is a decent hand here. Gonna be able to get drawbridge.
It's only two colors, or sorry, it is three colors. My reading was wrong. No, two glibbering barricades. And
Got that swamp can go ahead and drop down either a barricade or the vivisector.
Braid's final frightful return and reposition are just really great. Okay,
Yeah, together they're quite strong, and especially that second chapter where return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If Tajor ever has to drop Wingmantle Chaplain down, bam, it's right back.
Meztastic deciding not to keep deciding looks like keeping a very very greedy hand of two lands in a what might be 5 color. No, it is a 5 color deck because we have Joda.
Oh wow,
Um,
dropped 3 legendaries already.
yeah, one we had to discard, I believe. To no, that's wrong. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought to Jordan did something to make it discard it, but no. Oh, we got a third and fourth land. This is really good. Tap it at upkeep, and Shadow Prophecy pulled an instant, or can play an instant now. Yeah, and now I think to Jordan's realizing they're in the finals, and your opponent's not drawing so great. Opponent's playing oops all legendaries. Who, I guess you have to if you're playing Joda, right?
You gotta, and I mean, you gotta kind of respect that too. It's a bold play, especially here in Draft Club. But I mean, sometimes your legends flow, sometimes they don't. But hey, it's all good. We did see Joyra Ageless Innovator come down. This is another artifact synergy kind of card.
Mm.
It's tap, put 2 ingenuity counters on Joyra. Then you may put an artifact card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the number of ingenuity counters on Joyra.
Mm.
So, not bad. You can put a 2 or 1 or 0 mana artifact directly onto the field that way. Out the Wilderness, not bad. Gonna get that 5th land. They have Wooburg.
They got Wooburg. Get to put a card back into your hand, and to Jordan just choosing to let Arena pick the card, the creature from the graveyard. There was only one, but
I mean, that's what happens, right?
yeah. Oh, you get a free legendary artifact. Ralph attack.
Raffle Stilpskin coming down. Meteorite. Where is this gonna hit?
A 2/2.
I think the Jordan is likely gonna just sack this or sack something with Gibbering Barricade. Yeah, there we go. Draw that card, gain a life. See if it's the right card you want to.
Okay, saying
Excellent.
yes. What are you gonna do? Put it on the gardener?
Yeah, just get rid of that. You can, man, can even
filter your card,
Yeah.
draw a card.
Yeah, get rid of that Sunlit Marsh. You already got some black mana.
Oh god.
Essence Scatter, really strong there.
Essence Scatter in this format is just so great.
Especially in this Oops All Legends deck. I mean, if Meztastic tries to play Joda,
Yeah.
bam,
And
game
it
over, man.
definitely to Jordan has the probably has the mana now to just always have Essence Scatter open, right?
Mm-hmm.
We may want to Essence Scatter this librarian. Who knows? I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, looking here, to Jordan could tap something down and still hold up Essence Scatter.
wow, that's true. I, it just. I mean, you don't tap anything down because you're not going to attack, right?
No, you just chill. You want to be able to pop something back with Geyser.
Okay. I mean, you do kind of want Meztastic to sorry, we just raided to Jordan. You
Oh
want
wow,
Meztastic to get Joda off because who doesn't want to see that? And
this is
this is gonna open the chance.
yeah, that
Nope.
feels very much like the right play there because Phyrexian Missionary could get back Illis Core or Rada. Rada would actually be doing a ton of work at this point. Um, so good call there. Gonna attack in with Terror, still holding up Vortex. What are we gonna see getting tapped down? Tapping down the Gardener. Is Wrath gonna activate? Yes, everything's pumping.
That's fine. You got the Vortex, but I don't know. Do you keep the Vortex just in case Joda shows up?
I think that I think you fire off the Vortex and get rid of the token.
It looks like
That's gonna be a net reduction of 2 on Mestastic's board. Yeah, if Joda comes down, that's going to be something to worry about. But we've already seen a ton of legends already come out, and not many that we haven't already seen.
So you're saying the likelihood
Yeah, the likelihood's
of
just not there.
of Joda coming out, and then Meztastic has to draw another legendary because Joda doesn't just proc off themselves.
Yeah,
I can see that.
kept the drawbridge, so hedging for Chaplain, it seems. Because we only have one white source.
Well, you're not really hedging. You still get your card no matter what.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Or I mean, not your card, your birds. Just it's more exciting to get your birds all at once.
Yeah, everybody wants to have their birds just pop out of nowhere. And you can say, ta-da, that's my trick. Micromancer, what are we going to find with Mana 1 cut down?
It's a cut down. I mean, what do you cut down, Ralph?
Yeah, because if you cut down Ralph, I don't... Well, I think if Ralph pumps, it negates cut down.
Oh, in response.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Meztastic is not playing anything anymore. They have 2, 4, 6, 8 mana currently. Meztastic.
Jordan, having a grand time.
To Jordan's,
Very,
kicking down some beers. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Kicking back some beers.
Oh, okay.
Temporal.
Ooh, buddy. This is gonna... Does Temporal destroy everything?
Yeah, so it does 5 to everything unless it's kicked. And I kind of like this though. Micromancer, you bottom.
Yeah, pin that to the bottom.
Oh no, you get to draw it. I guess it's gonna build your board back.
That's true, and you already have cut down. So if Meztastic plays anything, they'll be likely to be able to get rid of it. Oh wow! How did Raph get saved?
So when it gets kicked, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Dusk Shadow, you're just gonna keep scrying that to the top.
Wouldn't the stop on upkeep?
It's just to cut down. Oh no, wait. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, even with the cut down though, again, Raph can go ahead and pump itself. And that'll be out of cut down range.
What are we doing? You'll get to Jordan's face, very confused. Why can't I do this? Oh, and now it doesn't matter if I untap. When I untap, this thing is. Okay, still has. How much is Ralph?
Raph is 5, so it's could fire it off now.
Fire it off. You have a Knight of the Dusk Shadow that can get through this.
Yeah. Are we going to see the cut down? Here we go. Taking out Raph.
And yep, can't. It's gone.
Wow, that is the best Protect the Negotiators I have seen all format.
I have never seen a better one. You still can just attack in, right?
Yeah. Because this can pump. No worries.
Doesn't die.
Down to 5. Cult Conscript.
I mean,
still looking real good for Jordan over here.
Well, that's the boy. But it's just choking my asthma.
Does Jordan have green? No.
So choking. Can you play it?
I don't think so.
I think
it's sorcery speed.
I think you just pump Dusk Shadow once, choking, and then pump it again. You can only pump it twice.
How much? So Jordan has 4 black mana.
You can only get it to be a. Yeah, I think this is the
4/4.
It can only be a 4/4. This though, this might.
Old.
I like this. No, I like this. You do enough damage.
Oh, and then you miasma.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Your miasma dies. But your opponent's going to have to build back. I mean, that's just me. That's risky. That's just risky business, Nathaniel.
I would have taken out the flyer. Because that's going... Oh.
No, this is good. I think this is not what you wanted. No, it's still...
It'll... Yeah.
Oh,
it's still going to take out...
Oh, you'll leave the flyer.
The flyer will survive.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's a 3-er versus a 3-er. But this conscript gonna come out.
Yeah, Jordan says, come at me. Do you have something to deal with this?
Good games.
Wow.
And that is it. To Jordan going wild, and we'll see you back in the studio.
Wow, and Jordan making his triumphant return, coming in, taking names, and winning the Top Decks by Top Fred Top Pod finals.
Yeah, and it was a good matchup.
Yep.
You know, it was kind of crazy because even though you may have noticed that our games are a little bit faster than a normal game. Um, that's because who wants to watch Magic in real time when you can watch it at time and a half?
I
Um,
don't know who would want to do that.
and
You got things to do. You got taxes to file. You got dogs to walk.
you've got birds to hug and ladies to kiss.
Yeah.
The most important kiss of the night is sponsorship. If you have money and a business and would love to sponsor the most pure form of Magic, draft, give us money.
Yeah. You don't even need a business. If you just have money and want to throw it at us, do it, please. Send us an email, curiositymtg@gmail.com, and we'll talk to you about the different ways that you can sponsor Draft Club. We're looking for sponsors for the different pods and a general title sponsor.
That's a great pitch. I love it so much, but most of that would be in an email.
Yeah.
Talking
So
about
just email us.
talking about emails. Wednesday is Draft Club.